let's just pop that down. Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the wrong side of the car. As you'll see, this isn't flipped over, we're in a left-hand drive Mustang GT, a car that I've never featured on the channel but interests me a lot. Today we have a manual variant of this car in this Bullet Tribute, colours, wheels. It looks the part. I love the way this car looks. In fact, when the owner sent me pictures of it, I was like, mate, please can we shoot that for the channel? Being a huge American car fan, I always try and actually get American cars, things that I like, things that I'm very passionate about. And I'm passionate about these cars for many reasons, but today I get to drive something that I've looked at on the internet quite a lot. I've looked at these on eBay, I've looked at them, you know, on various auction websites, and it always had a big interest, so I've wanted to shoot one for the channel, give my views on American cars in the UK and what it's like to drive a left-hand drive manual car in the UK as well. A lot of people out there might be put off by that. Please don't be put off. I am relatively used to driving cars, you know, in different forms. Left-hand drive is always going to throw you off a little bit. The whole changing gear with your right hand is always going to be not odd, but it's going to be not natural. I was actually talking to the owner who said, honestly, when I get on it, sometimes I've had this 3 years and I still just think I'm coasting over to the right-hand side when I'm actually driving this thing. We're interrupting today's video to show you guys the new release on FYD. We have 3 new stickers. As you can see, I've put them on the back of the mighty Budget 300C today. We have B-Road Bashing, we have the FYD Apparel just there in Old English text, and of course we had to bring back the much requested Dreams Arch logo. These are sold separately and are available right now. Link is in the description. Support the brand, support the channel. Go and grab yourself some stickers. FYD Apparel, link is in the description. Let's get back to the video. And I've, you know, shot and owned American cars in the past, and I still get that. I still get the right. You're the left-hand drive, you're the left-hand side of the car. The way you look into the mirrors and stuff is slightly different, but don't let that deter you from buying one of these. So this one especially, as I've got past the idea of it being left-hand drive, this is a imported V8 with a few mods. It's had a remap up front. You get about 340, 350 from the remap that's been put on this specific Mustang. It of course has an exhaust system on it. I mean, you can't have a V8 these days without an exhaust note. The best thing about this car, now we'll get into this, the ownership side more than anything, is that the owner, you know, is actually getting better MPG out of this than he is out of his daily driver X5. You're looking, you know, high teens when you're enjoying it. He said 15 to 17 is about right. On the motorway, he's getting over 20s incredibly easy. In fact, it went in for some work, and when he got it back, it was reading 29 mpg. Now, from UK standards, that's not crazy numbers, but in the American car land of everything being silly low mpg, that is absolutely phenomenal numbers. And it means, from my opinion, you could easily daily drive this. Say it's, you know, mid-20s, that's no worse than any hot hatch that you're probably going to step in these days. And that's the great thing about exposing these cars sometimes, is that not only do you get that noise, you get the sense of occasion being on the wrong hand side of the car for the UK, and you have this quirkiness about changing gear with your right hand. This thing's so good, man. It is just Mustang-y. There you go, it's Mustang-y. But it sounds like a proper pony car. You know, generations before this, I think, were a bit hit and miss. They were good. And although I haven't featured many of them and haven't driven many of them, haven't been around many of, you know, say the 80s and 90s cars, this generation, you know, 2000s Mustang, especially in the UK, you can get good deals on them. This, you know, Bullet Tribute car is going to be a little bit more, it's a little bit more refined. It's a nicer vehicle. But you used to, you know, see these for 5 grand, 6 grand, 7 grand, very, very regularly. They used to come up a lot. This one, you're looking at about 15 grand for a really nice one of these, you know, with some good mileage, good Carfax. That's where, if you're after buying one, look into the Carfax and the vehicle itself, and if it's had any accidents, if it's been, you know, around the clock a couple of times, you'll probably know and be able to find out through the Carfax, which is a great way of finding out the history of some American cars. I've done it in the past for some things that I've bought and, you know, have bought into the country. I've seen been brought in and, you know, done a bit of a check on it. It's a great way to actually find out what these cars were like. This one has been resprayed though, it was black, but to go with the tribute of the Great Bullet film, the Great Bullet car, again, one of the best car chases ever. I can see why. Oh, as we come to a lovely bit here, let's just pop that down. Oh my God, that sounds so good. That's why you buy one. That's why you buy one. That is what it's all about. I saw Gioni, he's like, yeah, it doesn't call that well, brakes are okay, but I mean, it's a big car. He's like, but the noise, mate, when you put your foot down, it sort of rears up and goes down the road. That's the feeling I just got. It makes me so excited because I love these cars for that reason. That's what it's all about. That noise resonating off a small place. Absolutely insane. So we will take a quick look around the car. Trying to actually do this while the takeover is happening behind us is quite challenging. There's a lot of activity today, but we've just ran into this car park. Show you guys around it because it is just such a cool thing. Blacked out headlights at the front are cool with the blank grille. Green just looks so nice as well in this sun. Hopefully the camera can pick it up, but yeah, the bullet green paint. Again, I'm not going to know what the paint colour actually is, you know, a swatch colour, but please leave a comment below if you do know the exact colour. It is very deep on this car and very, very well done. Before it came into the country though, so someone in America, shout out whoever you are, he did a really good job of doing this. It has these 5-spoke wheels with bullet centre caps, which is a really cool touch. Again, there's a tribute car, little bits like that, just make it with the black centres, chrome lips. Inside though, we will just have a quick look. I actually quite like the interior of these. The spoked steering wheel looks the part. Again, very 60s-esque Mustang. And as you'll see across there, circular dials. It just looks old school but new school. Does that make any sense? Centre consoles, again, very, very easy to get used to on these Mustangs. And such a cool shifter on this one as well. Makes it feel really nice to change gear in. As we shut the door, we have these louvers on the rear windows, which again, very old school-esque Mustang. As we come round the back, Bullet logoing just here on the rear. Exhaust system with this little diffuser as well, which looks quite good. I feel like though it does look the part, this car. Wherever you park it, it just looks broad, big, and everybody knows what it is, and everybody waves to you in it, which is really, really cool. But as a vehicle we're taken out to shoot, what a thing. It is just the coolest mid-2000s Mustang I've ever seen. I'm a big fan. I'd have one of these. So, for me, as an American car fan, this ticks the box, of course it does. It did way before I even drove it. It drives slightly differently to other American cars that I've owned. You know, Dodge Ram, from a similar era that I've owned. Very different car, that was a lot bigger and it was automatic. The manual thing, I've got to grips with it very, very quickly. If you are, you know, getting into your first American car and you're worried about changing gear, just go out and drive it and get used to it more than anything. Don't let it startle you. And I know this video isn't about you buying an American car that's manual, but I always try and relay that more than anything, because I get to drive this car and then I get to drive other cars, and I will very quickly understand the difference between it all and the feel that it will give you and the excitement it will give you. And honestly, I've been so excited in this car all day. The owner has even said, you know, I've had Focus RS's, STs, this and that. Wanted to keep with the Ford brand. I thought I'd get something American, a Mustang that I've sort of always wanted, a bullet tribute car, which is really, really cool. And he said, honestly, I used to swap cars all the time, and I've had this 3 years now, and I still absolutely love it. And that's true testament, you know. These in the UK are hard to find. It's hard to get one. In America, it would be a very different story. This one, though, it's proper cool. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. And let me know in the comments, if you got an American car, do you drive American cars regularly? If you had to go in a manual left-hand drive car in your time, have you done it? If you haven't, I'd say get out there and have a go. Experience a left-hand drive manual car. It is a really cool experience on UK road. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.